Mr. DJ Rose, Verteezy, and C's, welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. I'm sure MLK and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap your seatbelt, go and sell our land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell our land. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.
Yo, No More Black Tears podcast, No More Black Tears radio. What it do? Caesar C's, Verteezy, Mr. DJ Rose.
Yo, what's good, people?
Man, I'm saying, man, everything's good, man. We back in the building. Another day, another dollar.
What's up, y'all? So this week right now, to start off the topic, we had this woman who was complaining about, why can't men put a title to a relationship? And the conversation was like, how important are titles? So, like, C's and Rose, in terms of the dating world, how important is it in a relationship to put a title on what you are?
I think it's important, man, because it set boundaries and expectations. It's like, so let's just say somebody else comes in and is like, oh, who is that? Oh, that's Sheila. Who the fuck is Sheila? Oh, that's John. Who the fuck is John? So it kind of said, like, there are some relationships that don't need that, but I think for most people and just everyone else, it's not necessarily for individual. It's like, hey, you say that's my girlfriend, that's my boyfriend, that's my boo, whatever, that's my little joint. All these different terms, people have a little say, and it's like, if you don't say it, when someone asks you, well, what are we? And if y'all just vibing, that's one thing. But it's like when you get to like long-term shit and y'all talking, y'all really effing with each other like that, I think it does say something. It's like it's just like words. You give words power. So it's like, hey, if I'm saying we're this, we're that. And I do agree with some people are gonna say it's entitlement, but I mean, with that comes expectation and boundaries. It's like, it's a way to define something, what it is, Not everybody has to have, hey, you're this to me, you're that to me. Be like, I F with you, I love you, whatever. We vibe and we kicking it. But at a certain point, I do think there needs to be a certain title to it, because it's like, you look at the title, it's just like, okay, he's a doctor, he's a mayor. There's different titles. Hey, it's not your friend, it's not your blood brother, but hey, that's my brother. That's my dude. You know what I'm saying? That's my man. That's my dude. So I mean, it's not the same for everybody. You got to define it for yourself. But I do think at some point it is important to establish those titles, because it gives power and boundaries. It's like expectations, boundaries, and like what you're willing to do or say. It's like, you let somebody else know, like, that's my boo. That's my baby. It's like, don't fuck with it. You're like, leave it alone. That's me. That's me right there. Or, hey, I'm telling you, I'm letting you know, I'm rocking with you like this. So, I'm calling you my shorty, whatever. Cuddles on, whatever.
Yeah, man. A title means nothing without these two things: the authority and the respect of that title. If we got someone that's the president of the United States, and they don't have the authority to be the president of the United States, so they can't really enact their powers to be the president, and they don't receive the respect of that title, then the title don't mean shit, bro. Like, I've been saying this for a long time, and I used to say this in early on in relationships when I was in my early 20s. Because I heard the great Michael Smith from ESPN say this shit to Jamel Hill, because he's been married for a long time. Before Jamel got married. You're married or you're not. All the other shit y'all just playing. Like, so I can to say you my girlfriend, you can tell people I'm your boyfriend. I could tell people you my woman. You can tell people I'm your man. That shit don't mean shit, bro.
But I did say there's actions behind it. So it's not like I'm saying, oh, just go around, put a title on it. It's like, nah, put the actions and the words and the way you operate behind that shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, you can put boundaries on it. Like, you can say, hey, man, I'm fucking with you right now. Don't be fucking no other niggas. I'm not going to be fucking no other bitches.
I'm not even saying that.
But the actual title itself, that shit don't mean shit, bro. Because, like, let's just take, like, boyfriend and girlfriend, man. Like, you in grade school, that shit just might mean some shit y'all, you know, sit together at the lunch table and share lunch. You get to middle school, y'all might hold hands. High school, y'all might kiss and maybe do a little something extra. And then you get to college/adulthood, y'all living together and shit like that. Like, that shit kind of changes, man, depending on where you at in your life. Whether you 18 or 99, in most cultures, husband and wife mean the same fucking thing. I know what the fuck that means. Like that shit is clear cut on what the fuck we got going on. So, like, I just really feel like, hey, man, either we married or we not. Like, we can do all this. Am I your sneaky link? Am I your nigga? Am I your boo? Am I your man? Am I your boyfriend? All that shit pretty much mean the same thing. I'm a nigga that's here right now. I don't know if I'm going to still be here, but I'm the nigga here right now. Now, when we get to a point in our life where I say you my wife and I'm your husband, that's a whole different fucking ball game. We're not even playing the same fucking sport no more. Like right now, all this shit that's going on, like a lot of times, that's some shit for the hoes. That's some shit that matters to hoes. Hoes be wanting these titles in relationships because that make them feel better about shit. I'll be honest. I feel like a title mean more in like maybe like casual relationships and friendships. Like when niggas say that's my friend, that's my homie, that's my brother. Like a title probably mean more in those shit. Cause some of y'all niggas, y'all got too many goddamn friends. Like y'all need to start going back and say this is an associate, this is a coworker. Ain't gotta be this my partner, bro. Like cause some of y'all be calling niggas y'all friends and nigga, that nigga ain't your friend, bro. Y'all ain't really been kicking out like that. You don't trust that nigga like that. Like, friend, that shit should be reserved for a select group of people. But as far as this main conversation, yeah, man, that's just some shit for the hoes, man. I don't think niggas even care about no shit like that.
Yeah, I don't think dudes really care about it, but I think it's important to label certain things, especially like if you're dating, you're dating multiple people. But if you want to be serious with this one person, I think that it doesn't necessarily have to be a title, but it has to be a conversation. And usually with conversation comes a title, but it just has to be a conversation like, hey, like, yeah, I want to be exclusive with you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fine.
So lots of time when people say title, when they say, oh yeah, I want to be exclusive with you, you know what I'm saying? You gonna be my girlfriend, or it sounds kind of weird saying you gonna be my girlfriend, but that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? When they come talking about titles, and I think that is important. I didn't know this growing up and nothing like that, but I learned this as just being the adult. I learned it, but I ain't know nothing about that. It's just like you gotta ask somebody to be your girlfriend. Like I ain't know nothing about that. I found this out later in my life when I was already settled, you know what I'm saying? But I guess people need to understand it, and I understand it though, because people need to say, okay, yeah, now it's just us. But I thought, you know what I'm saying, when you meet your person, you know it's your person. That's what that was my thinking.
But what does that even mean? I'm your boyfriend and you my girlfriend.
I think okay.
It goes along with the conversation.
That's what I meant.
To
me, the title don't mean shit. It's what are we saying this title represents?
Here's
the title represent like we're going to be just me and you. You know what I'm saying?
Because I've never had a situation where it's like we sat down and had a 5-minute conversation about you my girlfriend, my boyfriend. I've had situations where, hey, you my boyfriend now, and it's supposed to be understood. But I've never sat down with a woman and it's like, I don't want you doing this. I want you doing this.
That's what I'm saying.
I never had that.
I never had it either. But
I've had women say, you my nigga now.
I never had that either. But I understand. Like I understand the meaning behind it. Like Cecil saying, I understand the meaning because it's like the boundaries. They want the boundaries. So it's like, but it's more of a conversation than a title. Because a boyfriend, that's not a title.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, you can go to Africa, boyfriend and girlfriend may mean something different. You go to Japan, that may mean something.
Yeah, that's
different.
that's not a title.
But if I go to Africa right now and I say this is my wife, and I translate it to whatever wife mean in African or whatever booty scratching language it is, they gonna know, don't fuck with that bitch. That's his wife. If I go to Japan and I speak whatever shit they speak and say this is my wife, they know, leave that bitch alone. That's this man's wife. He will kill you by that bitch. But if I say this is my girlfriend, then in some languages, they'll hear that word like, we ain't even got a translation for that. What the fuck does that mean?
I mean, you got to get there first. Like, you can't just say, like, unless you just, why aren't you married yet? If you say it like that, it's like, well, where's your woman at? You know, where's your wife at? But I mean, it's like, okay, introduction. It's like if you with somebody and they come up to you and they're like, oh, who's this? Oh, this is my friend. Hold up.
She is your friend.
Hold up. What I'm saying, it's like, hold up now. It's like, oh, I'm your friend now.
Yeah, you are my friend.
You'll be looking at you like crazy, like, oh.
Yeah, it's a woman's thing. It's a woman's thing.
And I think they need that confirmation more so. It's like,
it makes them feel good, and also it gives them an opportunity to try to control something. So it makes them feel good, and it makes them feel like they have some type of control. And there's nothing wrong with that, because you can't control nobody, even if you're in a relationship, fiance, married. You can't control nobody.
Yeah.
People are going to make mistakes, and they're going to do what they want to do. That's all about the fact that do they respect you or not, or they don't respect you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, man. Hey, man, I done had a lot of girlfriends in my life. I ain't never had to stand in court because I didn't want to be my girlfriend no more.
Yeah,
But I know a lot of niggas has been married who ain't married no more, who told me going to court is a bitch. Don't ever get married, young fella. Don't ever get married. But I ain't never heard nobody say that about a girlfriend. Like those, we talking a different fucking ball game.
I ain't never had a girlfriend.
Once we start doing them kind of titles, husband and wife, yeah, man, we're not even in the same sport no more.
Yeah, it's not. It's because husband and wife is not a title. That's documentation.
That is a title.
No, that's documentation.
Yeah, that's the same as like a title of a king and queen. It's documentation behind that. It's documentation being in prison. That's a title still.
Because you could be you could call somebody your wife and your husband, and they not.
That is another thing. A lot of people be like, "Oh, that's wifey." Like what the like, nigga, you ain't go to the courthouse. You ain't jumped the broom, and you ain't did none of that shit. You ain't had no wedding ceremony. So how the fuck is this?
That's another thing. The law not gonna recognize that as your wife.
I mean, that's the other part of it. Is like, it's kind of your relationship, your situation, because it's like, hey, this is my friend. Quotations between all this boyfriend, girlfriend.
Cause if you want to be married, I recommend you be married, but don't sign in white people paperwork.
I mean, some people it works for, others it don't. It's like, nah, we need to go to the courthouse. Betty White, Al Green, you better put it on paper.
Man, I don't recommend it.
Man, you need that white man paperwork, dog.
I don't recommend it.
You need that white man paperwork.
You know what I'm saying? I don't recommend
it.
it.
Let's go to Africa and just jump on some bones. throw some bones of the ancestors on the ground. We're gonna jump over the bones.
You're gonna have to have them 20 cows to get to her daddy, nigga.
Hey man, that too, man. I'm just saying, man. Like, you know, I feel the women on this because they be want to feel secure in their relationship, so they like to know that that's my nigga, that's my man, or whatever. But at the end of the day, that shit don't mean shit, bro. A nigga can tell you, yeah, man, I'm your boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend. Like y'all can say that shit all fucking day. But until a nigga put a ring on your fucking finger and take you to the courthouse and sign that paperwork, that's when that shit's real. That shit real now. I'm locked in this bitch now. I'm like, yo, bro, like this a life sentence I'm finna do. I'm finna do a bid in this relationship. Like I done have girlfriends that lasted a week. And I forgot all about that bitch.
Why did it even come up? I'd be like,
I'm just saying, because we was fucking, and she literally won that title in the relationship. So she was like, I gotta be your girl if you gonna be getting this pussy. It's like, all right, cool, whatever, man. I don't care.
That's just wishful thinking.
I'm just but that's how hoes be.
That was the conversation that they had.
I'm a ninja.
You know,
I want to be a ninja.
I don't fuck niggas that's not my boyfriend. I remember having this one girl, and we had been fucking for a good month. Everything was cool. Relationship was cool and everything. Like we was just kicking it. And I remember introducing her to someone like, yeah, this is my friend right here. And she didn't even say nothing. She didn't even trip. Man, she just had watched this Tyler Perry movie. You know, and in fact, it was in the Tyler Perry. She had just watched Think Like a Man. That's what it was. And I remember, because I had met her mom a couple of times. I talked to her mom on FaceTime a couple of times. I came over to her apartment. I was chilling with her. Her mom was on FaceTime and was like, hey, Bertiz, what's up? Chilling. And her mom was like, so what y'all? I said, we cool. Oh, so y'all just friends? I said, I mean, we friends? Like, what you mean? So you fuck your friends? So I'm like, sometimes? Like, what you want me to tell you? You want me to tell you that I only stick my dick in women that's my girlfriend? Nah, it ain't that kind of movie, bro. I ain't that kind of nigga. Yeah, sometimes a nigga just be sticking his dick in whatever will, open their legs. Like, yeah, nah, man. Sometimes I just fuck women that's my friends. Sometimes I fuck women that ain't my friends. Sometimes I fuck women I don't remember their fucking name the next day. Like, that was a weird-ass conversation. That bitch, like, she literally looked me dead in my face on FaceTime and said, so you just fuck your friends? Like, man, fuck all this shit.
It's what works for you, man. Like, I know we have a lot of these conversations, and a lot of people don't like solid, like, they don't feel like it's a solid enough answer, but it's fucking nuanced. It's like, what the fuck do you want to do? What the fuck are you calling your title? Like, between you and the other person, do you respect, like, before you even get married, are you respecting the boundaries that you said you was going to set before you even fucking got married? Because it's like, the way people operate, they act like they're married anyway. So it's like, if you're not going to respect the sanctity of it, why the hell you even asking for a title or no boundary, this boundary, that boundary? What works for you in that relationship?
Man, that's a whole other conversation. People respecting their marriages. And once you get married and that shit official, you ain't got to respect your marriage because the government going to step in. So it really don't even matter at that point. Like, that's why to me it's a whole different fucking ball game. Because you can cheat on your husband all day. Cool, your husband find out. Your husband can take you to court. Like, shit can get done about that. Hey, this bitch fucked up. She violated the relationship. I feel violated. She sucked another man's dick. Is that true? Yes, I sucked another nigga dick. So okay then.
So you're basically on the stance of you're not in a relationship until you're married.
I don't owe you shit until we married. Everything else is us just playing house. Like, it's that simple. Like, if that's my girlfriend, that's a girl I'm kicking with, we just fucking playing house until we get to the point we married. Everything is we just playing house.
Man, fuck all that. You build the shit. I feel like you actually build a relationship. You build the shit. You don't just jump. That's why a lot of stupid motherfuckers in the situation they're in now. You just jumped into some shit.
Cool, we can build a relationship. But I don't care if we get together for 10 years. Until you are my wife, I don't owe you shit. Like, only one of us at this table is married. I fuck a lot of bitches. You done fuck some bitches. I talk to bitches. You talk to some bitches too. Only one person is at this table who's probably in the situation where if I gotta give my life for my woman, to be honest, he probably need to give his wife his woman. I'm not fucking no bitch right now where it's like it's me or her and it's I'm gonna give my life for that bitch because I'm not married. I'm just a regular nigga right now. I'm human.
That's the fuck we all are. We're all humans, are we not?
We all human, but once you become married, man, you become something more than that. You become an idea. Like that, she expects you to be like, it's a burglar in the house, and if that nigga pull a gun out, you supposed to dive in front of that bullet, man.
Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood.
I know that become your rib now. Man. I'm not doing that for just no regular bitch. You gotta be my wife for me to go to them extents. But it be a lot of tears in a lot of relationships, a lot of people finding out that what they thought they meant to someone they don't mean. Moving on to TNT, y'all.
Tears and no tears.
Boom. So we got the in Augusta, we've had the Waterboys recently, and they've had a lot of stuff going on the last couple of years. They've become more popular. You know, they be on the corners like they do in Atlanta, giving out water. Unfortunately, this past weekend, there was 4 people who got shot, 1 who got murdered, and so basically, DeAndre Howell, he was murdered, and you had Vincent Hakeem Carter, Zion Carter, and Josiah Overton. They was all injured. The only arrest that had been made was, and these are some niggerish names, Demetrius McClam and Vincent Hakeem Carter Jr. They've been charged with murder right now at the moment. All these kids range between the ages of 18 and 12. Most of them is like 16 or 14. 1 is like 18, 2 is like 16, 1 is 14, and 1 is 12. I got tears, man. I know we say this all the time, because some people say things ain't got worse. It's just we seeing it more often. I'm not. Wow, I just don't remember shit being like this in Augusta, bro. Maybe I'm naive. I just really don't remember shit being this fucked up where you could have a shooting broad daylight on a main street in Augusta, like actually on the street, and it's teenagers just doing dumbass shit. The details of why everything happened hasn't really come to surface yet. Most likely it was just some, teenagers being teenagers. Like, why did they have a gun? Why are they shooting each other? Where are the parents? And I'm not even trying to blame the parents because, a lot of times parents be raising kids the best they can. Some of these kids might have came from single-parent households, which is a discussion on itself about why it's important to have fathers in the household. Rose can speak more to that. And then lately they've been pushing this agenda all over the nation, in Chicago, Detroit, and now in Augusta. Do you know where your kids are? This is becoming something we got to do something about this, man, because I have no issue with the water boys. I have no issue with kids trying to earn cash for whatever it is they're earning cash for through legal means. But if you're going to be disruptive and you're going to potentially put people's lives in danger, because everyone who's been injured is pretty much associated with a situation. But when guns get involved, a bullet doesn't have a name on it. Anybody could have got shot. Rose sees me. People we love and know could have been just driving in that area. I take that way to get home when I'm leaving work. I drive in that area. I'm on that street all the time. You could just get shot being a bystander, just chilling in your car. Like, that's a very dangerous situation, man. And we got to crack down on it. I do want to say one thing. When I read the article, a police officer, one of the sheriffs was complaining, talking about how, we know about the water boys, and, when we decide to crack down on some of the stuff going on, we get said that we're harassing people. And when we don't do stuff, we're not doing our jobs. Man, shut the fuck up. That's y'all just bitching, bro. Just do y'all fucking job, man. Because sometimes y'all do be harassing fucking people in the city, man. Sometimes people just be driving home and y'all pull people on for no fucking reason. Y'all do dumbass shit. So don't be trying to use this as a situation to be like, this is the reason why we out all the time. And this is the reason why we pull over random people. Nah, sometimes y'all really do be harassing people, man. Just do y'all fucking job and try to keep everyone safe, man. Because I done seen some of y'all police officers, engage with the water boys and stuff like that. Y'all need to be more active in the streets, and instead of just trying to pull people over, engage with the fucking community and know the people in the actual community.
Yeah, I think they should have did something. Law enforcement should have did something a long time ago and kept them kids out of the streets. If the kids want to sell water in your neighborhood. Go on a corner in your neighborhood and sell water. Set up a lemonade stand or something like that. You should not be on a major, it's not a highway, but on a major road, running across the street, almost getting hit, doing things that you shouldn't be doing. I don't think they should have been out there, period. And me and Sue were just talking about it like, man, why are they letting these kids be out here? Like, do their parents know they out here? All that. Do you think their parents know they out here? I don't know, man. But They didn't need to be out there. So this was the result of being someplace you ain't need to be. Somebody got killed. They couldn't go to school the next day. Somebody's in jail. I'm pretty sure he ain't finished school. Somebody else got shot. And once you leave the hospital, he going to jail. It's like, these kids are criminals, man. They need to lock these kids up. And instead of the police riding up to them like, hey, what y'all out here doing? Give me some water, and tell them to leave. No, they need to be enforcing the law. Because when they pull people over, they don't say, yeah, I know you out here just trying to feed your family. You know what I'm saying? But go get home safe. No, they enforcing the law. They need to enforce the law on these kids too, because the kids are the ones out here killing people, robbing people, doing all the crazy stuff. But they slapping them on the wrist and going after all the adults that's just out here trying to feed their family. When these young kids out here raping, robbing, killing, and they're just getting slapped on the hand. Oh, you ain't know no better. You get a second chance. You get a second chance. I understand everybody deserves a second chance. But we need to start having these kids on the side of the road picking up trash. You go give them a second chance. Make them walk 5 miles and pick up all the trash on Deansbridge Road. Make them walk 5 miles and pick up all the trash on Peach Orchard Road. They want to be in the road. Make them walk down and pick up all the trash on Winter Spring. That'll teach them a lesson. And like, man, I don't want to have to do this. I'm going to have to find something better else to do with my time. That's what I got to say, man. I ain't got no tears for them.
I got tears. It's an unfortunate situation, man. It's going to be heartless to say. Some people might feel like it's heartless. Where you live at is no fucking different than anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a stabbing, a shooting, robbery, killing, but to have this shit happen, like, some shit got to happen, major shit to happen where you like, damn, it is crazy out here. And, you get desensitized to shit a lot of the time, but at the same time, man, it's like, okay, I've only seen twice. It was out there by the CVS or the Walgreens off of Windsor Spring. I seen a parent out there, and then off of Bel Air, down by where the Hardee's is, that corner, a dad was out there with his little son, his younger son, his teenage son. That's the only time I've seen parents out there. Any other time, it's been teenagers, between 12 and like 16. And, like, you see the car wash signs and, those fundraisers sometimes, used to those. But the Waterboys just came up, like, surprisingly, just came up in the last year, maybe, in Augusta. So to see that, but, like, it's like, do you know where your kids at? That is a good question. It's like, just heard about Detroit. They got to crack down on curfew for teenagers. It's happening now. It's gonna happen.
It's happening here too.
Especially since they started school. Like, yeah, the curfew's gonna be down. It's like, do you know where your kids at? And you try to avoid that line where you like, oh, they're probably just, kids that some shit happened. Nah, shit probably gang related. It probably is. You don't want to put that connotation on them, but
that's the story I heard. It was Waterboys against Waterboys. It was some of the Waterboys that was on another corner.
They fighting over territory?
Yeah.
On a street you don't fucking own.
That's what I heard.
On a street you can't own. It's fucking commercial property. Mm-hmm. It's a McDonald's, a fucking Burger King, a liquor store, a grocery store, and a fucking Advanced Auto Parts. How the fuck are you?
And I believe it because I seen the pictures of the guys that got locked up and the guys that some of the pictures of guys that got shot and got killed. I never seen them on that corner before. So I kind of do believe it was like a turf war because when I said, oh, I know the faces that was on this corner. I ride past it every day. I ride past them every day. Yes.
H2O.
Yes.
Fucking shit that the construction workers or the cops or the truck drivers that stop, buy that overpriced.
And I was surprised that they were selling the Powerades for $2. I'm like, no, it's supposed to be $1 too. Y'all paying for it with food stamps. I'm like, no, man, y'all got it for free. Y'all here trying to scam. I told my one time they almost hit my car because they was out there throwing bottles. They wet the girl. They had a girl out there. They wet her up with the water bottles, and she got mad. So she took all the water bottles out the container, out the cooler, and was busting them in the ground, in the middle of the road, busting them. And then they started throwing them back at her, and one almost hit my car. And like, so they was in there. They was wilding on these streets, running in between cars. I almost seen 3 people get hit.
And it's like they running up in between lanes. And, I mean, it's hustle culture is killing us, man. It is. Like, I understand making $1, trying to get some money. You're a kid, you trying to get, do whatever you do. Buy a game system, get shoes. I understand it, but this shit is killing us, man. It's sad when, especially when you do it to your own neighborhood and your own people.
Now, if they was in their neighborhood, I would, like, for me, I would be more likely to support it if they was in my neighborhood. Like, this on the corner in my neighborhood where the speed limit is only 25. You just riding through and you see somebody out there selling some water, some Gatorades or a lemonade. I would be more likely to support them being on a busy intersection. Get out my way. I'm trying to get somewhere.
We really got to get back to, man, like, these kids need to be doing something, man. Like, actually, like, fuck a job. Fuck $1. Fuck that $2 worth, $1, $2, $3 water bottle.
And exactly. Some of these kids were 16, 18, and you on the corner selling waters? Why don't you just get a regular job? That's how you know they wasn't just out there selling water. They was out there trying to do stuff.
And I get
disturb the community.
I get the hustle mentality, man. Like, you trying to
hustle and go get the job. There's a McDonald's right there. There's a Family Dollar right there. There's an IGA right there. Cut grass. Up the road, there's a Captain D's. There's a Checkers right there. There's a Burger King right there.
But really what I want to say is, man, we need these. You remember back in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s, man, we had these summer programs, man. Like, people need to start putting their kids back in these summer programs and these, like, remember when every area had a rec center? It didn't matter where you lived at. You had a rec center, even if it was like 10 miles away. You still had, youth centers, you had rec centers, and now all the funding is going away to bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's spending the money where they need to spend the money at. And it's like, you wasn't just sitting around the house. Like, you always had kids that was in the neighborhood that sat around the house, but it's like, auntie, grandma, Miss Susie up the street knew where the fuck you was at. You was causing a ruckus. You was going in the woods and doing shit. But it's just like, it seems like shit's the same, but it's not. But it is. That's the crazy part.
We got less of a sense of community nowadays. We talked about that on previous episodes. There used to be a point in time, especially in the black community, where adults was responsible for other kids in the community. So if you saw kids in your community doing something, adults would be like, hey, ain't you Miss Jenkins boys? Ain't you Miss Thompson boys? Ain't you Jerry's boys? And they would be like, y'all need to go and get back in your yard now and stop playing these streets because these cars come back and forth. Now we in the part where you could see some shit going on. Man, those ain't my kids. Ain't got nothing to do with me. And I'm not saying nothing's wrong with that because we've just gotten to that point in society, especially as black people. So you all right, season. We have talked about that on previous episodes. Man, talk about community, man. Somebody who's been big in the black community in the entertainment industry, from movies like Where's Your Caddy to the Friday movie, the first Friday movie, to For Baby Kids, me and your favorite, one of our favorite movie scenes, Fazion Love. So he was at a hotel recently, and because they messed up his booking, he got mad at the person at the front desk, and he picked up the little credit card machine where you swipe your card at, and he picked it up and threw it at her. And now he's in court, being charged for assault. Tears, no tears, please.
No tears, man. You number one, you're a fucking hater. You always hating on the new bloods and certain actors. You always got some shit to say about somebody else. Whether you're on Vlad TV, new comedy, hype, you always got some shit to say. I rarely see you on the internet saying some positive shit about somebody. Like, and for you to go and beg Ice Cube and say people's names and beg for money, you're an asshole because you did the same shit in the airport, beat somebody's ass in the airport 8 years ago. So this is not your first rodeo in the state of California. You're an asshole. What's the last? You always say you working. What's the last fucking movie you been in, dude? The last popular movie I seen him in was like that Vince Vaughn shit where it was The Resort. Hilarious movie, by the way, but that was the last shit I seen you in.
Oh, Couples Retreat, love that movie.
Couples Retreat, hilarious movie. You a funny dude, but you an asshole, bro. Like as a person, you seem like a bag of shit. How the fuck you gonna throw the fucking car? Even if you threw it towards that shit is nigga, that's violent. It ain't like you threw a piece of paper at somebody, balled up a piece of paper through it. You threw a fucking car machine at somebody, towards somebody. You're probably gonna do jail time or have to pay a fucking fine. And all this Hollywood residuals you get, you see where your fucking money's going because you're an asshole, you're a criminal. So nobody has tears for your ass. Like stop hating and stop being an asshole to people. You seem like a piece of shit anyway. So I mean, like, you used to be that dude, man. Like in movies, you was, it was like, hey, that's Big Worm. That's the nigga from Who's Your Caddy, and what's the not the Wash, but the shit with the nigga from Eve.
3 Strikes.
3 Strikes, hilarious. Like you're funny. You're a funny dude, but this bullshit you doing, man, you're an asshole, man.
Yeah, man. I share the same sentiments. No tears because Fazion Love was somebody in the 90s and 2000s. He was constantly working. He was in TV shows and movies. Baby Kids to this day is one of my favorite movies. Like I love Baby Kids. And then he was in a lot of black movies like 3 Strikes, where he was very funny. Of course, the Friday movie. But man, as far as damn man, nigga, I thought those things was kind of bolted in on the table, them credit card machines. It must not have been bolted in there. And it must have just been standing there, and it must have been just a cord or something. Because if so, man, that takes a lot of strength. Man, you rip that shit off and threw it at a bitch.
They do have wireless ones now too, though.
Damn, that's still just wild, bro. That I'm gonna say this. I think it's just wild because a lot of times we forget that people working at these jobs are just doing their fucking job. They're not trying to make it hard for you. They're not trying to frustrate you. They're just telling you, yo, this is what I've been trained to do. This is what the machine's telling me. This is what my boss is telling me. I don't give a fuck if you stay in the room or not. Just like when you go to a restaurant, it's like, we ain't no tables for you. Don't get mad at the hostess or the host. They're not the ones being told to tell, they are being told by somebody, yo, we ain't no tables. It's not like they're saying, yeah, I don't want your ass in here. That's just wild, man. Control your temper, man. There's no need for you to do that to somebody who's probably making between $15 and $17 an hour and who's just trying to pay their rent.
Yeah, I don't have no tears for Big Worm either. He was trying to kill Smokey and Craig. Craig had nothing to do with it. Craig had nothing to do with it. It's like, oh,
you with the bud too, though.
I mean, he said, oh, you with him? Oh, you gotta die too. You owe me some money too. Craig had nothing to do with it. And but you going after Craig, and all Craig was doing was sitting there with his partner. Smokey was the one you should have had the beef with, but why you gotta include Craig? Now you got him out here running for his life. You know what I'm saying? He don't even smoke. But then he had to smoke because he lost his job on his day off. Man, I ain't got no tears for you, man.
So talking about iconic people in the black community, you got Martin Lawrence, and recently Lennox was watching the Martin show. And as she was watching Martin's show, she noticed the way that Pam was being treated in the show and the way that they was making jokes about Pam. She felt like, yo, is this colorism towards someone that's dark skinned? And it's been talked about on shows like Roy and Maul and the Joe Budden podcast. Cease, I know you're a big Martin fan. How do you feel about Lennox comments and this whole conversation in general?
Yeah, I'm a big Martin fan. That's one of my favorite shows from the 90s. Classic, quotable, one of the legends, Martin Lawrence. Originally, a lot of people don't know this. Behind the scenes, originally Pam was supposed to be with Martin. So, I mean, there's that sentiment. And then, a lot of times people have their own complexes and they see shit and they make up these scenarios in their head about how they remember some shit or how they perceive some shit, and it's like, oh, what is he trying to say? What is she trying to say? What's their message? What's the agenda? Sometimes shows are just fucking shows, man. Like, Shanae was literally based off of Martin's sister. Like, literally his sister, like, they look like each other.
Yeah, I seen the picture and I realized that's an ugly bitch.
And then, his mama was based off of, his mom or his grandmother. And it's like everybody in that show had some, if you want to say quote unquote stereotype or negativity, bro, man, the lazy nigga who lives on the 5th floor. The nigga can't even put up the sign. Nipsey, the nigga who works at the fucking bar. What's the road dog? Road dog with the ponytail. That was actually a director on the show. There's so many characters. It's like Tommy ain't had no fucking job. Cole was a fucking dumbass. Gina had a big ass head and she was bougie. You know what I'm saying? There's so many stereotypes. Like I don't see, as much as Martin got on Gina or got on Pam. Pam did the same shit to Martin.
Yeah, Pam always dated niggas with money too, rich niggas.
So I mean, hey, it wasn't like she wasn't no slouch. And then like, look, one of the funniest episodes was when that nigga found out Pam and Tommy were dating. That was one of the funniest episodes they had, man.
And you know why she was dating Tommy? Because Tommy was a dope boy. He was a rich dude too.
He worked at a rec center,
No, he was a dope boy.
With 6 inches, making 6 figures.
A dope boy.
And he was the one nigga with the car all the time. He always had a car. So it's like,
he's always fresh. He was a dope boy. He had money. Pam always dated niggas with money.
That was his side job. Dope on the side, but he was really different.
But that shit was funny, man. You done took me to work before you dropped me off in front of that building, remember?
Oh, no.
Yeah, bro. I didn't even see you go in the building, though.
Oh,
and you still work at the building? Nah, I work somewhere else. Where you work at? The building across the other building.
And then there was an episode where he was like, hey, Cole, you got a job now? Where you working at? With Tommy? And nigga look. And
that mean you jobless.
So that mean you jobless. But I mean, like, there was so many, like, Bob the white dude. You can't tell me that shit wasn't funny. Like, you've met an obnoxious white guy that acts like that, and then like the hotel owner, the handyman, the Hispanic guys, and it's I even looking at, we were talking about The Fresh Prince last night. We were talking about Living Single. People make these scenarios in their head. You put your own perceptions on characters, man. Like that was not the intention. They never said anything about Pam's complexion, bro. It was literally, hey, you got a nappy head. Shit, Gina had a nappy head too. She had a big ass head. Her head got stuck and it was like, hey, how would you feel if somebody come to your house, fix your fucking your toilet or something? It's like, damn, that bitch got a big head. Oh, that's you? That's your wife? Damn, that head is really big. You know what I'm saying? Like anytime, and then Burton's mama wanted him to be with Pam instead of Gina. It was like, oh, I love Pam. So I mean, and then Pam was thicker, and there was that whole season at the end of the show the last season where Pam was with Martin, one of the funniest episodes. So I mean, like, and it was like, damn, it was like, and then they told the story. It was the Mac when he said, "Ooh, baby," Pam went for Martin first in his story. So I mean, I just, with this show, I don't see it. With Living Single, I don't see it. With Fresh Prince, I don't see it. There's a lot of these shows, I don't see it. You can't put that on Moesha because everybody was pretty much brown and dark skinned. The Parker's the same shit.
And I'll be honest, I see it in other shows. The Martin show, I don't really think it's the case in Living Single now. It's there.
But all the bitches
Maxine was the only one that was seen as obnoxious and loud, and she the only one that you really could be like, she's a bitch. Because she was just fucking with that old buddy, bro.
But they were all black, though.
No, she was the only dark-skinned bitch, bro.
But they're all black.
Then the bitch that was messing with Overton was light-skinned. And then the bitch that most people thought was the finest bitch that worked in the entertainment, they was all light-skinned.
She was.
Maxine was the only dark-skinned bitch.
She was darker than... Cam was dark. Cam was not light-skinned. But she wasn't as dark as
she was like maybe brown skin, maybe caramel, But Maxine was the only dark-skinned sister out of all four of them. You can pull their pictures up.
Yeah, she wasn't, and Maxine's not dark-skinned. She just
pull her picture up and
but we're not dark-skinned.
It depends who you standing next to. That's what I'm saying. Pull her picture up next to the other sister.
Yo, but then we like I was saying earlier, we flipped it, and I said the light-skinned brother, he ain't light-skinned. Overton was a fucking dumbass. Mm-hmm. He wasn't really stupid. He was just, he's a handyman, but his character was the dumbass, and he was paired up with the other dumbass, Airhead, who was actually smart. And then you got Kyle. Like growing up, I was like, yo, the 90s, there was like three guys, Dress. I wanted Dress. I thought Lloyd was being cool, smooth.
Yeah, he was smooth. I forgot his job, but him and Maxine, they both had their best jobs on the show. Like, cause Maxine was a lawyer, and then I don't know what his job was.
I think he was just like a stockbroker or a banker.
Yeah, but he had paper
like
too,
and like executive or something like that.
Yeah, he had paper too, though.
And it's like, man, like I just don't see where these.
It's not even about the skin complexion for some of them, man. Some of them is the mannerisms in which they act and some of the stuff they do. Like with the light-skinned girls on Living Single, most of the light-skinned bitches were bougie. Like in that show, like Living Single, there was definitely some colorism at play with how they acted. With Martin, I just feel like that was just Gina and Pam's personalities, man. That was just the way the show was written. But we do have to acknowledge as Black people, some of these TV shows, the way, and some, especially the ones with white writers, that's something we got to remember. Just because these are Black shows, we want to think that these are Black writers. It's very few Black TV shows that had Black writers. You had Bill Cosby show and the Martin show, but a lot of these other shows had white writers. Even Fresh Prince, they did a whole thing in the documentary. If you watch the documentary, where Will Smith and the cast talked about Uncle Phil said, "Hey, every Tuesday, the Black actors are going to sit down and we're going to change the script based on what these white people have said." And there was a lot of times they had to change the script because there were stereotypes in the script. So for us to sit here as Black men and be like, "There's not colorism," yo, you got white people writing the script. So of course there's going to be certain stereotypes that they're going to put on some of the darker skinned characters than the lighter skinned characters. The Martin show, no, because that was written by Martin. There was no white people really writing. I think he was just writing the script that he genuinely thought was funny.
And then like moving on to like other shows, man, like what's the shit with what's the nigga name, man? Urkel. Like that
Family Matters, that's another show that had a lot of white writers.
Yeah, white writers on that
one. And there was a lot of stereotypes when you watch the documentary on that the cast members had to push back on that.
So I mean it's I do in retrospect a lot of these shows, man, it's the image you put in your head and you apply it to that shit. That's sorry, baby. Ari Lennox, that's how you felt when you seen the shit, but that's not the reality, man.
Yeah, it wasn't the reality either. I ain't got no chest for that hoe.
God damn.
I still love you, by the way.
Hey, man, so somewhere you could see the Martin show often was BET, man. So it was announced this week that the BET and Soul Train Awards have been suspended indefinitely. We don't know if they're returning. I cannot think of his name. He's a billionaire. We talked about him.
Byron Allen?
Yeah, Byron Allen. He said that the idea is to try to bring them back and make them even better. But right now, they're suspended indefinitely. What's your thoughts on this series?
I got tears, man. The legacy of Don Cornelius, man, and then the BET Awards. I forgot the CEO's name, but the original CEO in the early 2000s. It's the end of. It was dying. We all said it like the last 2-3 years. We all be like, "Oh, did you watch the BET Awards?" Nah, I seen the highlights. I seen the ciphers. I seen this one got an award. This one, this shit's dying, man. And then like. We talking about streaming wars earlier, like the same shit's happening. You got BET Plus, and then like Viacom bought Paramount, bought Nickelodeon, BET, VH1. So I mean, like the shit's been dying for a long time, but to see that shit go, it's like, damn, that's crazy. Because the NCAA Awards only comes on like TV One and Bounce Network and all these like black networks. So it's like. It's sad to see it go, but at the same time, shit, it's just weird, man. I think it's gonna be back quick, but It's just gonna be a different format. They gotta change.
Man, they ain't got no tears, man. Cause one, they still do the Soul Train Awards. That shit still around. I thought that shit stopped in the early 2000s. I didn't know they still did that shit. So shout out to the Soul Train Awards for still even going on. Then when it comes to BET Awards, man, you said that shit was dying. See, that shit was dead. Now they was trying to breathe life into that motherfucker, but that's the equivalent of us going to the cemetery and digging up a corpse and trying to give it mouth to mouth. The patient has already been pronounced dead. The BET Awards have been dead for a couple years, man. So like, man, don't bring that shit back. Leave both of them shows where the fuck they at, man. Deceased, bro. Like, just try to make some brand new shows and try to make them shows relevant, man. Because the Soul Train Awards, it had its time. I didn't even know shit was still going on. I'm gonna be real. And the BET Awards, I knew was still going on, but I stopped giving a fuck about that back in 2012, bro. And it's 2025. So yeah, I ain't got no tears for neither one of them.
Yeah, I ain't got no tears because the BET Awards, they died when they gave Gorilla the gospel song of the year. So that's when they died. Jesus came and said, no, my people will no longer be having this again. We're going to cancel this show.
Hey, going from all black entertainment to the white community. So apparently, I want to say it's Arkansas, right, C's?
Yeah.
They apparently found a small little town where they got their own all-white community. And they're trying to branch off and start other all-white communities. And tears of laughter, man. I ain't gonna lie, bring segregation back. Like, back in the 50s and 60s and 70s, man, we wanted to be integrated. But bring that shit back, bro, because I'm gonna be honest, now that I think about it, why the fuck did we want to eat at some of these white establishments? Like, white people don't know how to cook any goddamn way.
You just wanted to drink water. It wasn't about the food. You just wanted to drink water and you wanted to piss.
That's what I'm saying.
In a fucking room. You didn't want to have to piss out in the field.
But see, and that's what I'm saying. Like, today in 2025, I'm pretty sure we can make things separate but equal, man. Because, one, we got better athletes. We got better entertainers. We got better comedians. We got more attractive people. We got better porn. Like, you name it, we got better shit. Even in NASCAR, we just had a nigga win NASCAR. Like, our food is better. Like, we know how to make potato salad. We know how to make mac and cheese and not the crab kind. Like, yes, white people, y'all know how to grill, but guess what? We know how to grill too. Like, we do not need you. We go to the club. Hey, the only thing I give white people is when white people get drunk, y'all are much funner than niggas. But we the most of the music that you're gonna dance to in the club that's entertaining is gonna be nigga music. You know, our strip clubs are better. I've been to Vegas. White strip clubs suck. The hoes ain't got no ass. The titties is fake. The pussies is artificial. Like, yo, you really can't, bro, even church is better. I've been to white churches. That shit is boring. At least black churches, you might catch a semblance of the Holy Ghost. Or at least what you think is the Holy Ghost and start dancing and shit and shirking and jiving like it's back during slavery times.
You might get out quicker, I ain't gonna lie.
You know?
Church, you might get out quicker.
Oh yeah, white church, you gonna get out of time for the Falcons game. You know, you gotta look at the pastor on Sunday and be like, yo, the kickoff at 1 now. It's 12:30 now. What's going on? But, bro, just on the real tip, y'all can have that all-white community. We don't give a fuck, bro. Like, I think it's white people in y'all community that would be like, y'all want to come in the black community, bro. Like, what's the white bitch that made a movie with Focus with Will Smith?
Oh, Margot
Robbie?
Yeah.
Hey, now we'll take her. We'll take her. Like, bring her here. Bring her here. Give us the cool white people that want to be here anyway. But, bro, it's some niggas y'all can take. I ain't gonna lie. It's some niggas I want y'all to take.
Lawrence Taylor, you can take his.
You know, yeah, take Lawrence Taylor and take some of these other coons we got, like Candace Owens and some of these other motherfuckers, Jesse James. But, yeah, man, I ain't got no tears for this, man. I got tears of laughter, if anything, because y'all really think motherfuckers want y'all daughters and y'all cousins and shit and want y'all entertained? That shit probably boring as fuck in the white community. Really think about waking up in the white community every day. You probably wake up, you don't smell no good food. It ain't no fun going on. You don't hear no good music. The country music that is playing is the lame country ass music. Like, come on, man. Wait, y'all thought y'all ate. Y'all didn't eat shit with this. Plus, it's Arkansas. Nigga, there's niggas in Arkansas?
Yeah.
I didn't know niggas was in Arkansas.
Yeah, you gotta do better than that.
Like, niggas in...
Yes, niggas like Little Rock.
You gotta be greater.
The other side of Memphis. Come on, Mississippi, man. That's all there. Hey, man, I got no tears for this shit. It's like they want to build a community. Let them. And the bumfuck of the fucking Ozarks. What the fuck do you know Ozark? I know Ozark Water, and I know the fucking TV show. Besides, and maybe what's the greatest white thing that came out of Arkansas? Bill Clinton. Maybe Walmart. Fucking Walmart and fucking Bill Clinton. That's the only two things Arkansas is known for. And it says something when even white people don't even want to be with y'all. They said, fuck all that. I like my sushi. I like my fried chicken. I like my ribs. Mr. Johnny down the street been open for 50 years. I love going down to that other side of town to get some fucking ribs. So it's a certain set of racist ass white people that want to be on their own.
See, it ain't the ribs that they really love. It's the fact they know when they go to the white barbecue joint, their size is trash.
Macaroni and cheese sound like macaroni and cheese. The potato salad ain't got fucking raisins in it. But I mean, like, even white folks are at the point now, they're like, I can't picture a world without all these other people of POC, like
the colored people,
like motherfuckers eat. I know white folks that eat more tacos than fucking Mexicans do.
Yeah, it's only about like, who's gonna cut my grass? Who's gonna do my roof? Who's gonna clean my tub? Who's going to vacuum my lawn? I mean, not my lawn.
Who's going to wash my car?
Who's going to wash my car?
And whose music? Whose music am I going to listen to?
Yeah, whose music am I going to steal? And what car am I going to drive? And what plane am I going to fly in?
What sport am I going to watch?
I don't know. Polo?
Exactly.
So I mean, it's crazy to see because even white folks like even with white folks, it's like, oh no, I'm Italian, I'm Irish. Like, damn, you know y'all divided amongst yourselves. So it's like the ass crack of nowhere, the fucking mountains of Ozarks. Like, yeah, you're probably inbred, fucking Appalachian.
But who gonna count their money? Because they say they don't want the Jews in the community either. Who gonna count the money? Man, hey, I don't know what's wrong with these crackers. What's wrong with these hoes, y'all?
What's wrong with them?
So this woman got online and she was talking about that basically she went on a cruise, you know, because she said that, you know, she wanted to do something for herself for once. And she spent too much money. And her rent was coming up and she was short, you know, the rent. But she looked at her son's bank account and saw her son had over $8,200. And the son said, I was willing, you know, the son was willing to give her a band. But she was still going to be short a couple bands. And she said, yo, that's selfish. You should be able to pay the rent so we have somewhere to stay. And he said to her, oh, well, you know, if you can't pay the rent, I'm going to take my siblings and, you know, we're going to get our own apartment, but you're not going to come with us. And she was like, how can he do that to his own mother?
He can't do it because he can't get an apartment when he's 17.
Like, well, he can emancipate himself probably, but
no, you still gonna have to go through the courts and do all that stuff. It'll take some time.
So, what's wrong with these hoes, y'all?
Man, it's sad when you're a sad parent. You're a bad parent when you let your kids raise your other kids. You are a terrible parent. You're a terrible person. You're a POS. You know what I'm saying? It's when you let your kid raise your other kids, it's shitty. You're a shitty parent, man. And
but that wasn't the case at this time, though. This time
he was willing to take them.
He was willing to try to do that, but he wasn't taking care of them. Because he was working too, so how he taking care of him if he's working?
The fact that okay, yes, that's a fair point. But the fact that the mom wanted to go with her sister on a fucking cruise when you just pay the rent. We don't care that you fucking got out of a bad relationship. Fuck all that.
She should have paid the rent.
Mama need a life too.
She should have paid the rent. Still ain't got her groove back. She on Wakanda looking for somebody.
You living with your son. You letting your son pay the fucking rent.
No, he wasn't paying the rent. She wanted him to. But he wasn't paying it.
Shit, he living there.
Yeah, he should have paid something.
But not the whole thing.
Not the whole thing though. But he offered though. He offered to pay something.
Yeah, he said, I got a ban on it.
What she should have did, instead of when she went on that cruise, when she got back, she should have went to work.
She should have sold that pussy.
Yeah, she should have went to work.
I got pussy for the 40.
Yeah. And then she would have got it up.
Yeah, she would have got the money.
Got the money on the cruise.
She could have just.
That's what she should have. She should have been selling the pussy on the cruise.
Oh snap!
You know, man, niggas be trying to escape from their wife on the cruise. Like, you go to $40 real quick. I only got 10 minutes now.
Boy, somebody about to get rich. Listen to our podcast. Somebody about to get rich.
Yeah, now I don't know what's wrong with that hoe, because you cannot spend money you don't have to do something you want to do. You gotta take care of your needs first, then do the wants.
She had it because she spent it. She just wasn't supposed to spend it.
Exactly. Like you gotta budget your money better. Then once you mismanage your budget, like Jose said, it's time for you to sell that pussy. It's time for you to pop that pussy and be like, I'm doing $50 and $40 specials all weekend, and see how many niggas can come through and help you get your money, get your rent up. Now because the son offered you a band, that's good for the son. That's good. That's a band right there. And then you got to get the rest. I think it was like $2,000 more she needed.
Man, ain't no way. That whole on Section 8. Ain't no way I'll rent $3,000.
She said she was short a couple thousand. I think it was like $2,000 more she needed. I think it was $3,000.
Ain't no way.
So $2,000 more.
She lying.
In the course of a week,
she needed $200.
I'm gonna take her for a word.
No, we ain't taking that hoe for a word. That's what's wrong with these hoes. We taking these hoes for their word.
But if you selling that pussy, you can get 2 bands. You just gotta take sleep only 4 hours a night. But in the course of a week, you could have got that money up, man. So yeah, man, these hoes nowadays ain't got no hustle or drive. That's when you really supposed to hit up Mr. Johnny, that old ass nigga on your block that's been trying to eat your pussy for since you moved in the neighborhood. And he get SSI and all, retirement benefits and all that. You supposed to hit that old ass nigga up and get a lick. Be like, Mr. Johnny, you can come on, I'll let you fuck for $500. And that's what 1/4 of your money right there. And then you hit all the niggas in the neighborhood that got $40, $50 and you get the rest of your money.
But what's wrong with you?
Hey. Moving on to the last topic of the night. So we got 2 hypotheticals right here, man. So the first one, I can give you $1 million right now, y'all. $1 million. Cash money. Or I can restart your life at 10 years old with all the memories you have. Which one are you taking?
Give it $1 million, man. I'm gonna take the $1 million. Let me tell you why. With going back with all the knowledge, yeah, I could buy Amazon, I could buy Yahoo stock and Google and this and that. What about the present? What about now? I can't go back. In reality, I can't go back. So I'm gonna take the $1 million right now. And it's a philosophical question, man. It's like, do you believe in everything happens for a reason? Some people don't. Then other people feel like they control everything that happens to them. So I mean, it's one of the philosophical questions. Like, how do you view time? How do you view life? How do you view things that happen? Is it a choice, or was it the strings of time? Like, the shadow point theory and butterfly effect and multiple realities. It's really like you really got to think like, damn, if y'all went back 10 years old and I know everything I know now, you probably gonna end up doing something to avoid whatever trauma or certain things that like, oh, this didn't happen. But if that don't happen, you ain't gonna know. You'll remember, but it's like, that was what could have happened versus what actually happened. And, you start getting into the multiverse and all this other shit. And it's just like, who's to say it's going to happen the same way you think? Like, you know what to do in this situation, but that's going to cause a ripple effect. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm like, fuck it. Shit happened in life. I can't go back and change it, but I know how to deal with that situation now or how to move. And, I can do the best I can now. So give me the $1 million, man.
Yeah, I'm taking the $1 million too, because life at 10 years old sucked. Like, I don't want to go back to being 10 years old. I'll take the $1 million and I can make it do. So I'm happy with what I got now. So you give me $1 million, I'm gonna be ecstatic. I'll be on 10. But going back to age 10, oh no, I'm straight. I'm straight. I don't want to go back to new times. You know what I'm saying? Times was rough back then. Even if I have all the knowledge, I know I can't have no fun for 3 more years at least. I can't. What's good of me knowing all the game and everything? I can't even use it for at least 3 years. Man, I'm straight, man. Give me the meal, man. I'm gonna do my thing. You know what I'm saying?
I will say this, because C's said something that I didn't even think about. So C's, I go back at 10, like back when I was actually 10 years old, so back to like 2001, or like I'm 10 in 2025, because you was making it seem like we time traveling.
Oh, I'm thinking you going when I was 10 back
like
then.
When you actually were 10 years old, you were going back to your 10-year-old.
That's what I'm
thinking. Oh, it's not close. Hell yeah. Maybe 10 years old again. Yeah. Maybe 10 years old.
I'm about to get Amazon stock. Yahoo.
I'm going to be a billionaire. I'm going to invest in all the shit that I like. Uber before Uber, Lyft before Lyft, DoorDash. Because even if at 10 years old, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut grass. I'm going to watch people cars. And I'm going to invest the money I'm earning into all that stuff. I'm not going to be worrying about hoes because, like you said, I can't really do shit for 3-4 years. So I'm just going to be just grinding. Of course, I got to go to class. I ain't got no choice. But while I'm getting this money, by the time I'm 21, after 11 years, by the time I'm 21, now I'm going to be like a gazillionaire again, man. Like, I'm going to be fucking paid, bruh. Like, it's going to be a wrap, man. Like, if you give me, and then when it comes to hoes, all the shit that I know about hoes now, I can implement that. Like, I can implement back in the day. So when I'm 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, like, yeah, man, knowledge is power, man. If I can go back, if I'm going back in time, bro, it's not even close, bro. I'm gambling. Oh, Patriots over the Panthers.
That ain't gonna happen though.
The Patriots beat the Panthers.
The ripple effect.
It could happen.
It could, but it could not.
Yeah.
Pistons over the Lakers.
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing all the boxing matches, all the fights and stuff. I'm gonna say, what was the biggest upsets? Oh, East Carolina when they
you ain't old enough, so you go put your $100. You go find somebody to put your $100.
Yeah.
But remember, you in Georgia now.
Hey man, if I gotta find a uncle or older cousin and we drive somewhere and I convince them, hey man, take me here so we can gamble.
He about to go in the bag. Hey, remember when Seabreeze won twice? Seabreeze the horse?
He not gonna survive. He gonna die. Somebody gonna kill him. Like, come here, little nigga. Let me holler at you for a second.
How do you know? I know the future.
Let me holler at you for a second.
I'm gonna get all this money, bro.
Let me holler at you for a second, little nigga.
Especially when I turn 18, man, I'm gonna get all this money. I'm not going to college. Fuck college. So I'm not getting no student loans. So I'm not getting none of that debt. Like, yeah, man. Knowledge is power, man. Yeah, like, take me back in time when I was 10, and I'm finna rule the world, bro. Like, hey, man, what's on the agenda today, Pinky? Same thing every day. Take over the world.
Cause ripple effects, butterfly effect, and all this other shit.
Shadow
point, nigga, you gonna ruin shit.
I might.
Somebody go snatch him up.
Nigga, put like
stab you.
Put like this. By the time I meet Rose in like 2015, 2014, by the time we become cool, like, I'm gonna own the NFL team. I'm on an NBA team. That's how much money I'm gonna have. I'm gonna be like, hey man, you know, like Rose gonna be like, hey, ain't you my brother, homeboy? Yeah. Hey man, so you wanna hang out? Yeah. Hey, you know I own the Falcons. You own the Falcons? Yeah, I own the Falcons, bro. It's gonna be over with, man.
You never met MJ, so you never met.
I met him at 12. So I probably still would meet him because I wouldn't be able to really do what the fuck I want to do truly till about, like Rose said, about 14. You know, so the first couple of years I gotta still act like a kid, but I can invest in small little stuff. And then the second hypothetical we got. You can travel in the past, and the way it was set up, you can't travel to the future. But I'm gonna word it this way. You can travel in the past, but you can come back present day. Or you can teleport anywhere within the country you at. So you can teleport from Georgia all the way to Alaska, Cuba, because that's technically one country.
So,
but you can't teleport to Asia.
Yeah, this is the country in the United States of America. That's cool. But travel in the fact you go add it on, you can come back.
Because they never really specified what they meant by you can't you can only go to the past. They never made it seem like I took it as you can't go to the future. But could you come back to your reality? Could you come back to your point in time? You know, so that's why
that will only be right.
You know, that's why I'm adding it so that way there's no confusion. Like, so you can travel in the past, but if you go to 1975, you can come back to present day. What y'all picking?
That's really what threw the conversation, because when I talked about it last night, I was like, yo, hold up. So I'm thinking, you know, just off initial statements.
Yeah, you're not trying to be stuck in the past.
It was like, okay, I can only move back. So it's like, wherever I go in history, so if I go back to 1557, I'm stuck and I can only go back. So it's like,
remember, everything you do in 1957 probably going to affect your present time.
And it's like, I can't go back. So I'm been living in 1557 for the last 10 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So that changed my answer. I was like, yo, can I go back and forth? You did add the stipulation I can go back and forth. Even then, nigga, just give me the teleportation. You didn't tell me I can buy a cheap ass flight to any country I want to. Nigga, I'm at the club. I done sweated my shit out at the club. I'm sweaty. Or, you know, I was outside partying. Nigga, I'm going back to the hotel, to Burnham Hotel, shower, some random clothes. Nigga, I'm in the Gucci store, wherever. Brand new outfit. I can teleport wherever. Nigga, you know how much money I can save on travel? I can go to any country. Nigga, I'm on the Himalayas one day in the morning. Hey, what did you do today? Nigga, I'm on the Himalayas eating breakfast, frying eggs. In the same country, yo, I'm in the city in Tibet. And the next one, like, oh, I'm gonna travel to China. I'm in Beijing. I'm in Hong Kong. Nigga, I'm in Canada.
You can't go to Hong Kong. That ain't America.
But no,
what he's saying
I
is
travel.
he buy a plane ticket to China.
Oh,
and then once he's in China, he can teleport wherever he wants.
Oh, within the
country. Not
so
our
like,
country, any country you in.
So all I gotta do is travel to another country by normal means, and then when I get there, when I'm in the country, I can go anywhere. So if I'm in Paris, I'm on the Eiffel Tower, and the next minute, nigga, I'm in Normandy. Or I'm in Germany at the Berlin Wall, and the next minute I'm in K-Town. You know what I'm saying? I can literally, I save so much money on traveling, and I can go so many places. And to me, that's good enough. Because it's like going back to the past, it's like, how are you going to affect the future? And until you said I can go back and forth.
Yeah, man, I'm straight.
So I'm going to be honest, man. Like, you ain't doing the right, C's. If I would have got the ability if I would have chose teleportation, nigga, I'm gonna be like that one movie, you probably seen it, where the nigga was teleported inside banks and robbing the money and then teleported back home. Like, I fuck all the traveling shit. I'm gonna do that too, but that's what it would have been. I like history, man. So I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of historical events I would have liked to, I probably would travel to when the Constitution was made to see this, because I probably want to be in the room and like, how did they come up with this shit?
Shut up, nigga.
Yeah.
Shut up, black. Shut up, black.
You know, that's probably what they would do. I like the transport to when Dr. King gave us "I Have a Dream" speech. I probably would transport to some of Malcolm X's speeches because I like hearing these speeches online. You know, like it's a lot of moments in history I would like to travel to. Nigga, I would travel to like the 90s and 80s find my mom and dad once they got married and be like, man, I gotta invest in this Apple stock and Nike stock. Like, I don't give a fuck if you gotta pawn your wedding ring. Put all your money in these two stocks. Trust me, we gonna be living large if you do it. Like, y'all see that was on Jimmy Neutron when Jimmy traveled back in time and he found his dad, and his dad said, yeah, I got this wedding ring. And there was this dude who owned Apple said, hey, if you give me $4,000, you can be 50% partners. And he did it. Once he traveled in time, I would have did some shit like that. I would have found my people and be like, yo, bro, y'all got to invest in this shit, bro. We got to come up. So by the time I come back to present day, I come back. I'm not even living the same life no more. We already in a mansion and shit. Like, bro, give me time travel, bro. Because one, I can kind of change my present as well as, yo, man, there's just a lot of historical events that would be just cool to just see, to just participate at, to just kind of see how it happened. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Me being a Christian, I would love to like transport back all the way to when Jesus Christ was walking the earth and just see to see Jesus is real. Oh shit. And then you see pictures of like, yo, it was supposed to be 12 disciples. Who that 13th nigga? Who that brown nigga? And y'all be like, oh, yeah, that was me. That was when I yeah, true. They gonna turn me white. like they did the original 12 in Jesus. They gonna turn me white. You be like, why you look white, bro? Like, yeah, man, they turned me white, dog.
Was the disciples fat?
Nah, I don't think so. So who is that white dude following Jesus? Nigga, that's me. Nigga, I see him. I'm gonna tell you, I seen the man. I seen the nigga take 2 loaves of bread and 2 fish and feed 5,000 people.
The school of Vertism. Vertism is the new Lutheranism of Vertism.
It's gonna be a whole new chapter in the Bible.
I was with the nigga when they crucified him.
The book of verses.
That nigga Jesus shot himself. Y'all don't know. He shot himself on the cross. Like, y'all just don't understand me. Yeah, give me that time travel shit.
I ain't gonna lie, that last line was like shit.
That's what happened. I mean, I get it. You got crucified. You shit yourself.
Nigga just told the whole damn story. I seen Judas. I pointed him out. I said, watch that nigga.
Hey, I told that nigga Judas, I said, you know we're gonna talk about you for betraying Christ. That nigga said, fuck you, and he did it anyway.
Yeah, so if I can't, I ain't gonna try to. If I can't bring nobody with me when I'm teleporting, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to bring people with me. At least one person. I don't want to teleport and just whatever.
So like kind of like Nightwing or like DBZ or Nightwing, where somebody touches you, and then you teleport.
Even just one person, I want to be able to bring somebody with me. You know what I'm saying?
That's something I didn't think about.
Yeah, so
that's a good point.
But if it's just me by myself, then nah, I'm gonna take the time travel. I'm gonna go back, especially if I can come back. Yeah, it might be like Flash. You go back and you come back as 4 Batmans. Yeah, man, you don't know what's going on. Like, oh man,
Joker's the president.
Yeah,
like, where's my mom at? Where's my brothers at?
They don't exist in this universe, nigga.
Instead of 2 brothers, I got 2 sisters.
Yeah, so doggone, that's gonna suck. But I would rather be able to do that because like you said, I'm just gonna go back and do some stuff and then come back then. But the thing about it is, once you change history is changed forever.
And this ain't you can't beat time squad.
So are there any, like how I'm saying, moments in time? Are there any particular events in history you would want to travel to, or would you be traveling just travel?
Back in time, probably go see some dinosaurs. I want to.
Nigga said that casually. Go see some dinosaurs.
Yeah,
we see stone carvers and this nigga just looking up at the dinosaurs.
Yeah, I want to go see some dinosaurs. I want to, the cave people are some of my favorite times. You know what I'm saying? They just beat a hole in their head and take it home. Yeah.
You see a hole you like, and you just smack it in the head, and you just drag it back to the cave.
Yeah, drag
it home. Make love to her.
Yeah, I'm with that.
Is it consensual? It ain't gotta be.
I'm with that. So, just go back and what the white onlys with segregation. Go back and like, hey, like, cause I could probably bring some money with me.
So
money's still the same. So
you would be dapping up the dude that took that picture with the whites only sign. You'd be like, you and him be in the picture like this. He'd be like, you be dapping him up.
I'll be in there like, fix me some grits, some eggs, put some salt, pepper on the hoe, and then when the police come, I'm gone.
I got enough money for a nigga only pie.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, I want this, I want that, and when the police come, like, break them off. I just want to stunt, you know what I'm saying?
And you want to take a pistol with you?
You know what I'm saying? Go back to the 2000s and be in Magic City with Big Beach and all them boys.
That should be crazy. That shit be crazy. Join his crew in there Magic City Monday.
Yeah, I don't want to join his crew. I just want to be in this.
Ambiance.
I just want to see how I was. They said bitch me through 200,000. He said he bought a house.
Yeah,
I want to see that. You know what I'm saying? I want to see that. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody rolling up in style.
Yeah. So this stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Go back when Biggie got killed. Don't go back to Cali.
Yeah.
Don't go back to Cali. They go kill you, fat dude.
Tell Tupac don't go to the Mike Tyson fight.
Hey, man, yeah, go. It's like, man, no, you go to Mike Tyson fight. You just can't stop that dude out and think nothing's going to happen to you.
All right, man. So before we wrap it up, if there's one moment in history you could change or just experience these, what would it be?
Damn, man, just one shit.
Just one.
I'm gonna stick to modern time. Probably MLK's speech, man, or either Malcolm or MLK's last speech.
Just be there, just experience his speech,
just to see the person.
Hey, man, I would love to be in the studio as Michael Jackson made the greatest album of all time, though. Hopefully, we can drink and smoke in there, but I would just like to be in that studio with him and Quincy. And
yeah, you can smoke some cigarettes.
Yeah, and just have a cigar, have some drink, and just experience the vibe as they made the album.
There's some other drugs in there too, though.
Quaaludes.
Some other drugs you have to take.
Coke,
it's gonna be a lot stronger than Coke.
Yeah,
Coke and Quaaludes.
You know, but just experience like when he first made Thriller. Be the first person to hear that. Yeah, that shit would be dope to me. What about you, Rose?
Probably go back to the day that, February 21st, you know what I'm saying, when Michael got killed, and to save him, so he can, because I think if he would have lived longer, I think things would be different now. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he was on Malcolm. Martin, MLK. He did a lot of things, but the thinking and the mind frame that Malcolm was doing, because he wasn't about like just all punishing. He had came a long way. So I think if he could have lived longer, it would have made a bigger impact on our lives, I think. You know what I'm saying? So that would probably be the one thing that I would want to change. Not have him be killed and assassinated the way he was, and let him be able to spew the knowledge and everything that he knew and that he had on the people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I mean, he might have led the Black Panther Party, and the Black Panther Party might have been turned out differently what it became, to be honest. So that's a good one right there, man. Final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I'm not knocking what you said. Hey, these people, both of them changed. Look at both of them, their history, their lives, and behind the scenes, and really get to know who they really were and what they said, what they stood for across their whole lives. Second thing, man, PBS, man, you're a liar. You're a fucking liar if you tell me you ain't watch PBS growing up. You just didn't have TV. If you didn't watch PBS, Arthur, Zagumba Food, all that shit, PBS got funding cut by the Trump administration. So, you know, rest in peace. And then NPR in the last couple of years, Tiny Desk had a lot of fucking great Scarface, Jadakiss, Georgia Smith, Maxwell, the list goes on. A lot of clips recently had a lot of great performances. That was the newest thing was Tiny Desk. And you know, public broadcasting, man, it's like the shit you pay for. Like these documentaries and these shows we used to watch, man, all this public broadcasting, man, the shit's being cut and defunded. So rest in peace to that. There's a whole lot of education. Kids watch the TV shows. If you had cable, you didn't have cable, you watched it. So I mean, sad to see them go. And yeah, man, it's end of a fucking era, man. And then also, we're speaking about Fazion Love. He did do Bebe's kid's voice, but the real genius behind the shit was one of the greatest, one of the best hosts of a comedy show, one of the funniest black comedians, one of the funniest comedians ever. Rest in peace to Robin Harris, man.
This past weekend, I watched SummerSlam. It was a great show, man. It was a lot of things about the show I could recap, from the TLC 6 tag team match to the triple threat for the women's world title with Naomi, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky, to the torch being passed to Cody Rhodes in the WWE Universal Championship match between him and John Cena. But at the end of the show, Brock Lesnar returned. And Brock Lesnar has always been one of my favorite, WWE wrestlers, man, because he looks intimidating, he can wrestle his ass off, and he has an aura by himself. Sometimes, we got to ask ourselves what's right, what's wrong. For those who know, he was named in that lawsuit with Vince McMahon for sexual assaulting a woman. And sometimes a lot of these corporations make business decisions. I'm not going to tell no fans that they're right or wrong for how they feel about Brock returning. But if you're one of those fans that feel like they shouldn't have brought him back, then just don't tune into the product and just let the company know how you feel. Because they're already doing things that they want to do without the concern to the fans, from the Hulk Hogan tribute they did, SmackDown and Raw, to bringing Brock back, knowing that they have a female fan base and what that means, to even making this deal with ESPN where fans will have to pay $30 a month to be able to watch the pay-per-views. So in the words of Abby and Rakim, peace.
Yeah, man, y'all can catch us at the next light. We in traffic, and I'm back quiet.
Mr. DJ Rose, Verkeezy, and C's, welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. I'm sure MLK and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap your seatbelt, go and settle land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell our land. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love us as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.